Michael Schwartz from Valley of the Suns here in the Phoenix Suns media room after the Suns' 123-118 double overtime victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm here with KTAR's own Adam Green. Great to have him here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Very just ridiculous game. Green was ready to pack up with by halftime, yeah. I was ready to pack up after the first quarter, but we stayed. 3.3 seconds left. J. Rich hits a bank three. Rudy Gay makes one free throw, and inexplicably it was the second one. So the Suns had this crazy lob play. It went Grant Hill to J. Rich, put it in, send it to overtime, and from there we had double overtime and a wild Suns win. Adam, what were your impressions from this one?
It's funny because in the overtime period it seemed like it was a game of missed free throws. The Grizzlies couldn't make one, and then when they wanted to miss one at the end of regulation, they couldn't miss it, and that got you there. And the Suns didn't play well. They've played better this season, but they've lost games that they've played well in, and they won without doing it, so kudos to them.
I was really encouraged because just the flow of the first quarter, it just felt bad. The Grizzlies were pounding them on the offensive boards, and in the end, the Suns actually out-rebounded them, which I didn't think there was a chance in hell of happening earlier. And just to get a win like this in such crazy, inexplicable fashion, I really think that can give kind of a boost. What do you think so?
Alvin Gentry after the game said it wasn't really that important. It's just one win, and they just got to take it one game at a time. But a couple of the players, Steve Nash said it was a big win. Grant Hill said it was a big win. I mean, it's just, of course it's a big win. They didn't play well, and yet they were on the verge of going 1-4. And here they are in 2-3, seems just a little bit better than 1-4.
Well, I think they were on the verge of going 1-6. You've got a trip to Atlanta and this same Memphis team, which is a total toss-up game. I felt that if you lost this one, there could be a huge tailspin. You've got a tough one against Sacramento, who's better than people think, and then you've got Lakers, Denver, and it's just a brutal schedule. You still have at Miami, at Orlando down the road this month. So this is a very difficult month. This was a must-win game.
Well, in a way, when you think about it, they were to start off 0-3 at the U.S. Airways Center, and it's tough to go on the road and win games, but if you can't protect your home court, you're going to be in trouble, and the Suns have been so good at protecting the home court, especially last year. They were excellent. If they start off 0-3 against the Lakers, which, okay, fine, the Lakers are really good. The Spurs, okay, fine, the Spurs are pretty good, but then the Grizzlies, sooner or later, the Suns need to start finding teams that we know they're better than, and hopefully tonight was one of those games where, hey, they are better than the Grizzlies.
Still, not all positives. How concerned are we about the Suns moving forward?
Well, personally, I'm not any more concerned than I was going into the game, but not any less concerned. I mean, this team has flaws. They're not the best constructed team, but they do have some talent. When Hedo Turkoglu's making threes like he did tonight, his acquisition looks a little bit better. When Jason Richardson's just beasting all over the court, 38 points, he looks a lot better, and then things look better in general. But Steve Nash still turned the ball over too much. The team as a whole turned the ball over too much. And they got down early, which you can't afford to start slow against teams, especially on the road, especially when they're better than the Grizzlies.
I still kind of feel like if they can just gel, they need this month. It's going to be a bad month. I'm convinced. It's just the only question is, will it be an atrocious month or will it merely be a bad month?
Well, the problem is if you dig yourself too big a hole, especially in the Western Conference, they all talk about how tough the West is. If you dig yourself a hole where you're 6, 7, 8 games back early, you may never recover.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Green, for being on here. We'll do it again.
Thanks for having me.
Suns 2-3 after a huge double overtime win over Memphis.